I wanted to record this video, a nice little bonus video, but for context, I do not exactly remember when in my upload schedule this will be coming out, but it has been a hot minute since I recorded any videos regarding the Godzilla Save the Earth Melee project, and that is what this video is going to ostensibly be about. Specifically, I wish to discuss a handful of skins and a handful of models that apparently have been changed in the project. The Godzilla STE Twitter/X account, which is the official account for the Godzilla Save the Earth Melee project, has been revealing a number of monster skins/alternates as part of a STEMmas, STEM Christmas sort of thing. So I figured I would go over it in this video. Now, today, Christmas, also known as December 25th of 2024, they posted the following video, which focuses on this image as seen here on my left. So I'm just going to play it real quick. Obviously, if you want the raw video by itself, I would look up any of the nasty soft avenues of public release of STEM content. I got this video off of the official STEM Twitter, so Gigan's Space Gem. So before the rest of it plays, this is, I believe, the official retexture/remodel of Showa Gigan, which has been something that I believe was stated to be in the works some time ago, so they finally did it. But, as you can see, they also finished the Gigan Miles, Godzilla vs. Gigan short film iteration of Gigan, and that now has a model. The Final Wars/Millennium version of Gigan has the Gigan Rex skin. So that is the first major bit of news, is that Gigan has been updated. But since a number of other monsters have received updated skins/new skins since the time I last touched the monster manuals, I wanted to go over it here. So first off, we have Showa Gigan, as I made note of in that skin/remodel review bit right there. As you can see, the images for the regular Gigan, the Teal Gigan, Midnight Gigan, and the Nebula Gigan have been updated to the new model/texture. And Gigan Miles, who, as we have covered in the past, is on the Showa iteration of Gigan, has been given an updated model and texture. If you go back and watch my old Gigan video for Save the Earth Melee, originally this monster manual page had just a screen grab from the short film itself. I'm curious as to why, as of the time of recording this video, the Daikasen alt and the Burning Star alt still use the old model. I'm going to have a comment to make about that in a second, but it is worth noting that Black and Red does not have any image as of the moment that I am recording this video. This is probably just an oversight. They probably did not mean for this. If I were to guess, maybe the file name is misspelled and the monster manual is just not capable of loading it up. I did open the monster manual up in another tab because I have had this one open for a day or so, and I thought maybe my internet connection was just bad, but when I reopened it in a brand new tab, it was also not loaded. So Black and Red, I don't know what's going on with that, but I imagine it's going to be transferred over as soon as they figure out the issue. Now, as one of the reveals for STEMmas, they did also add another skin to the Gigan monster manual, and as we can see here, Gigan Showa now has 4 total pages, and the only skin that is currently on Gigan's 4th page is Gigan, who is one of the original kaiju from Godzilla Trading Battle for the PS1, and I cannot help but feel like I was somehow responsible for this. Probably not, considering that I have been cast out and deemed unfit to influence this project, but it is worth worth noting because this means Gigan cannot be a separate playable fighter. I think there would have been potential for a unique moveset for Gigan, but in complete honesty, this is probably the best bet we were gonna have of getting Gigan in the game at all. So, also, why does that random box have a sound icon? Okay, so that's the Russian Gigan roar. It is worth noting on that point that none of Gigan's skins, aside the communist Russian Toho concept art skin, have roars / sounds. Also, to my other point that I brought up and then summarily dropped a minute or so ago, we have the Save the Earth classic model for Gigan. Since they swapped out the Save the Earth melee model for Gigan, is it going to be possible that they add the original Save the Earth melee model into Showa Gigan's alternate skin roster? It wasn't a bad model. I mean, the new one definitely seems to be slightly improved from that one, but I do not honestly know the limitations on the skin selections for Save the Earth melee at this point. I'm glad that they can go over what I thought was a limit before, but it would be interesting to see that original Save the Earth melee Showa Gigan model be added to his selection of skins. I'm assuming that's not the case because they replaced the various recolor skins such as Teal and Midnight and Nebula, but the short version is I don't know. Now for Final Wars / Millennium era Gigan, they updated / added renders for all of the various recolors of Final Wars Gigan, as well as the Chainsaw Hand modified Final Wars Gigan, which there was an animated alternate skin reveal trailer for that I did technically do a live reaction to, so check that out. I'm just happy that the Final Wars / Millennium era Gigan's monster manual has been made substantially prettier through the addition of all of these new renders, and it is worth noting, obviously, based on that trailer that I showed, that Gigan Rex has been given a render in the monster manual as well. I'm really curious if all of this is kind of leading up to something. As part of STEMmas, they added bipedal Kaiser Ghidorah. So even though we can't have the four-legged Kaiser Ghidorah, they made a point to add a bipedal version of Kaiser Ghidorah as a skin for King Ghidorah, which is excellent. I'm glad they did that. As I noted in a previous video, we are going to be getting a bipedal Des Ghidorah as well, but up until yesterday, I did not realize that there is now a 4th page for King Ghidorah, and currently the only skin on the 4th page for King Ghidorah is Kaiser Black and White, which is a black and white recolor of Kaiser Ghidorah. I do not particularly understand why there is a black and white skin now. Maybe as a reference to Monster X, because Monster X is black and gray. But it is worth noting that we still need that skin that I suggested for the anime-inspired King Ghidorah design, as well as the Shin King Ghidorah design. Also, this 4th page looks rather glitched. It's basically just a copy-paste of the 1st page minus all of the renders. They probably need to all be replaced by, you know, question mark blank slots / icons. Now, this was prior to STEMmas, but the Ori Mechagodzilla, also known as the Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2 poster concept art Mechagodzilla, has been added to the monster manual for Mechagodzilla 2 in render form. A previous video of mine where I updated on the status of changes of the monster manual did have the Ori Mechagodzilla in it, but they finally revealed, I think as part of STEMmas, a finished / complete / hopefully complete model of Ori Mechagodzilla with new textures and whatnot. Now this next one is rather interesting. Baragon of all monsters got a reskin, remodel, and retexture for the kaiju known as Magma from the movie Gorath as an alternate skin. I would never have been able to predict this, honestly. I guess the one dude in my comment section from months upon months ago is going to get his favorite kaiju in the game. Probably not in a form that he predicted or expected, and certainly not in a form that I would predict or expect, but thinking about it, this really makes a lot of sense. I look forward to seeing more of Baragon in the monster manual in the future. And then the last alternate skin slash character that they revealed an update for in the monster manuals as part of STEMmas was the singular point version of Angilas as an alternate skin for Angilas. We already knew this was coming, but it certainly is nice to actually have a render as well as a better idea of what singular point Angilas will look like in gameplay slash in the game. I should say that the singular point design for Angilas is pretty good in my opinion, but the only thing that I felt was holding it back was the relative size of Angilas in that series, because in singular point Angilas is rather small, but I thought the design was really sleek and innovative. So the fact that we will be able to play as the singular point iteration of Angilas at a larger size, appropriate for Angilas as we typically see him, will be nice. It's also worth noting, if you do not know, Angilas is going to be predominantly the 1955 version of Angilas, and he is noted in the manual as being significantly larger, relatively speaking, than the 1968 and forward version of Showa Angilas. So I just wanted to go over some of those things, some of those additions slash announcements. As I have said before, I kind of do these videos just to document the changes in the monster manual as they are made publicly known to me and to the general public. My videos will persist into the future as sort of an archive of what the manual looked like at the points in time during which I recorded those episodes slash videos. I have thought of a random assortment of skins that they currently do not have slated for the monster manuals in any shape, form, or fashion, but if you want to see any of those ideas, leave a comment, drop a like, show some love to the video, and that will motivate me to make such a bonus video, because I'm not going to have nearly as much to talk about if I were to make such a video. I have pretty extensively covered the Godzilla Save the Earth Melee project at this point, so until such a time as another demo is made publicly available for me to get my hands on and play, I feel like there's not really a whole lot left to talk about. So yeah, like I said, drop a like, drop a comment, and if you really want to support me, hit that subscribe button and then visit the description or the pinned comment under this video and check out my merchandise store. I tried my best to make all of the merchandise as inexpensive as I possibly could, so I don't exactly make a whole lot of money off of any of those merch sales. I just like the idea that someone watches my content in the first place and then would go so far as to purchase something from my merchandise store to make things a little bit easier on me personally. Anyways, that's all I've got time for today, guys. You all take it easy, and I will catch you on the flip side.
What's up, y'all? You know what time it is? It's about to be that time.